Good morning. Today I'm going to prep salads for the week, and I'm using cruciferous vegetables. The benefit of those are they're really substantial, so they'll hold up a whole lot better. Some examples of cruciferous vegetables are cabbage, kale, bok choy, Brussels sprouts, cauliflower, broccoli, arugula. And they'll just hold up really well for your salads. But they also have, I'm going to read this here, they have CKA, fiber, folate, potassium. It reduces inflammation, inhibits cancer growth, lowers LDL in your blood sugar, and it's good for digestive health. And you can use these for stir fries or salads or roasted vegetables. So let's get into it. So how I build my salads is I start with a base, and today I'm using, and I cut them up pretty small. Today I'm using cauliflower, Brussels sprouts, broccoli, arugula, cabbage, radishes, and onions. And I wanted to point out, I use these tips, these ends, the leaves, and the root. I use these if they look good, and this does. I just chop them up really good and add them to my salad. There's no reason to waste them by throwing them away. So I start with my base, and I'll put in some broccoli, cauliflower, radishes, Brussels sprouts, broccoli. So that's a beautiful salad, and I'll top it with some arugula and some raw onions. The benefit of, that's a little bit much, but I do like raw onions. So that's an awesome salad there. We're not even done. It's going to get better. The benefit of eating some raw onions is that it's higher, a lot higher in heart-healthy sulfur compounds and vitamin C. And it breaks down blood clots, detoxifies. It's got prebiotics and fiber. So it's good to eat both raw and cooked onions. Cooked onions are easier on your tummy, but when you get used to them, they're great. Broccoli, Brussels sprouts. Okay, I think I got everything in that one. These are pretty massive salads, but they're really low in calorie and high in nutrients. I'm gonna maybe run out. It's just me eating these, so it's okay that I'm using my hands. All right. So here's the base of my salad. Got 2, 4, 5, I'm going to have 6 salads here. This one's a little skimpy on what all I have, but that's all right. So, I don't know what it is with people in their YouTube videos where they like throw or they turn their microphone up and try to make it really loud all their cooking. I just don't get into that. Okay, so here we have our base. Now there's all kinds of topping options. So feta cheese. I like olives in my salads. So a few olives. And I didn't have just plain olives. I had garlic stuff olives. So just cut those up also, it doesn't matter. I like fruit in my salad. I'm going to throw some blueberries in it, just a little bit of sweetness. Put them here where you can see them. I'm going to throw some blueberries. Sometimes I do mandarin oranges. I also like, I like chopped up apples. A lot of blueberries, but that's okay. Blueberries are good for you. And then for protein, I typically use garbanzo beans. You can, this is not for protein, but it's just another topping. So after we got our base, now we're putting toppings on. So like the olives, fruit, you can use hearts of palm. Cut beets, I would recommend rinsing these first and then putting them on your salad. Feta cheese, we know I put that in most things. Tofu, which I've baked after marinating it in soy sauce and a little bit of sesame oil. Or apples are another great addition. You can add sunflower seeds, craisins, cherries, chopped nuts, pumpkin seeds, avocado, hemp seeds. They're all excellent toppings, and I mix it up all the time. Hemp seeds are super good for you too, and they have a good amount of protein in them. So I either use black beans or garbanzo beans. I think garbanzo beans hold up better. Black beans, after about 4 days, I think they get stinky. I've said that before. So when I do black beans, if I'm not going to eat the salad within just a couple days, I'll put them on the side in a little baggie on the side inside my salad. So that's a simple way that I build my salads. I also have some avocado. I don't know if I mentioned avocado. That would be good as well. I'm planning to roast these vegetables, which is sweet potato, cauliflower, broccoli, onions, and radishes. And then I just cut off the outside of my stems and save the core, and then I'll cut that up. And I either just put it raw in my salads or I can roast it. And these, for Brussels sprouts, all those leaves that fall off, these are awesome roasted. They get crunchy and they're delicious. So I'm going to roast these, and I can eat it plain or I can throw them on my salad. I really like roasted vegetables on top of my salad. It's just really good. So that's my salad prep for the week. What do you like in your salads? Okay, I'm getting ready to roast my vegetables, and I just put them in a Ziploc bag, and I put a little olive oil or avocado oil on them, and then I mix it in there to get my, rather than use my hands in the pan, I prefer to put them here. And then I just take the baggie and I throw it in the freezer for the next time I need to use it. So there's my veggies. I do my leaves separately. There's enough oil on that. Sorry about the noise, it's probably loud. And I try to, that's an awful lot of veggies. Ideally, you're not supposed to, you're supposed to have more room, but I'm kind of greedy with my vegetables and I use so much usually. So I'm going to put these off to the side because they don't take as long and they get really crunchy. And I take them out shortly after I put them in there. And I'm going to add another vegetable because I love roasted tomatoes. That again, that was loud. I apologize. There. Beautiful, huh? How can you not like vegetables? So I've got it set for 425. It's preheating, and then I'll stick that in and roast it. And I'll eat these plain, or on top of some quinoa, or I'll put them on my salad. And I didn't mention, but another protein for your salads is lentils or quinoa. I love both of those so much, and they're really good in my salads. So I'm going to make that next. All right.